Right now on ABC 10 News at 4 o'clock, more Americans are getting vaccinated amid the fourth COVID wave. The milestone the U.S. reached and why health experts say vaccination rates need to keep rising. Plus, we'll take an in-depth look at how people with weakened immune systems respond to the vaccine, why a third dose could make a big difference, and the San Diego Symphony Shell prepares to make its grand debut tonight. We'll have a live report.
ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
It's a crucial step forward in defeating COVID-19. Half the entire U.S. population is now fully vaccinated. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Hunt. Isabel Rosales takes a deeper look at the trends and the reason that experts warn we still need to boost those numbers now more than ever.
A powerful milestone in our battle against the pandemic. Half the U.S. population is now fully vaccinated.
I'm so sorry that I made the mistake to be negligent and not get vaccinated.
Fighting for their lives against COVID-19, there is regret from some of the unvaccinated.
Vaccinations are so important, and I can do better as a parent, as a human, and I hope to God everybody else can too.
The more contagious Delta variant is causing an explosion of new cases and deaths, both seeing an increase of about 50% over last week. The vast majority of its victims are the unvaccinated.
I would still have my husband and my kids would still have their father if we had been able to get the vaccine before he got sick.
69% of Americans now live in a county with high transmission of the virus. Louisiana this week setting a new record on COVID-19 related hospitalizations.
We know we don't have enough people vaccinated.
While vaccinations are at their highest point in a month, health experts warn we need to do more.
Our models show that if we don't do so, we could be up to several 100,000 cases a day.
The CDC's director says hard-hit southern states have not yet seen their peaks.
We're still seeing exponential rises in Florida, in Louisiana, and many of the southern states that are seeing these surges. And so, no, we're not quite there yet.
In Washington, Isabel Rosales.
A COVID booster shot could be recommended by the FDA within the next few weeks. The CDC issued an advisory supporting the plan. It would make booster shots available for people with weakened immune systems, including transplant recipients, cancer patients, and those on certain medications. Booster shots for everyone are not expected to be part of the plan for now. A detailed plan could be announced by September. And there will be a free COVID vaccination clinic in the South Bay next week. It's part of the National Night Out event. Sharp Healthcare will run the clinic on Tuesday, August 10th. It will be at the Robert Egger Senior South Bay Recreation Center from 4 to 7:30. The Pfizer vaccine will be offered. You can get your second dose at the next clinic. That will be taking place on August 31st. Walk-ins are welcome, but appointments are recommended. You can make an appointment on the state's My Turn website. Today, the county opened another free walk-up COVID testing site on San Diego State's campus. It's located at SDSU Alumni Center. It's the third large capacity testing center. The others are at Cal State San Marcos and the Tubman Chavez Center. SDSU and San Marcos locations are open Tuesday through Saturday. The Tubman Chavez Center is open Sunday through Thursday. All of these locations are open from 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Today, thousands of National City students received masks as part of a continued push to keep them safe. And it comes as the Delta variant continues to spread around the county. ABC 10 News reporter Natay Holmes is in National City, where local leaders say this is about protecting the most vulnerable.
46,000 masks are being handed out to students. Mayor Alejandra Sotelo Solis says she understands that some parents around the county may not want their children to wear masks inside of the classroom, but she says here in National City, they will have to stay on.
We hear you. You can choose to do what you want at home. But here, when they're around other peers and in the classroom in a small, designated space, that, they're in close contact. We want them to be protected.
Every student will be given 5 disposable masks. Mayor Sotelo Solis says the students should be covered for at least a month, but the plan is to continue handing out more in the coming weeks. The mayor says there have been COVID-19 exposures at some of the schools, but all of the cases were isolated incidents. But as the Delta variant continues to spread around the county, educators want to make sure they encourage students to continue to stay safe.
It's about going back to basics. As an athlete, it's about fundamentals. Masks was the first thing that we talked about that would help protect our students, our youth, and our elders. So we need to make sure that as schools open up, they have the resources and the tools to stay safe.
The mayor says National City's 100-day campaign was successful, but they are still 7,000 shy of their 45,000 vaccination goal. Now that the shot is available to students 12 and older, the city is hoping the number of fully vaccinated will continue to increase.
As an incentive to get the vaccine for students 12 and older tomorrow, they will be getting a free Amazon gift card, and we'll have the location details on our ABC 10 News website. Nate Holmes, ABC 10 News.
Today, Governor Gavin Newsom made it clear he stands behind the state's mask mandate for students and teachers.
We want to keep our kids safe. We want them back in person for in-person instruction. We don't want our kids back on Zoom school. We don't want our kids back online with all the disparities that were self-evident in another classroom I was in when I asked them how their download speeds are, and the fact that a young child in first grade is talking about download speeds suggests everything you need to know about the nature of the impact of this pandemic and how disproportionate it's been.
The governor made those remarks while visiting a school in San Bernardino County. This comes as more districts in California return to in-person learning. On Tuesday, the Orange County Board of Education voted to sue over the mask mandate. The San Diego parent group Let Them Breathe also filed a lawsuit against the state. Newsom said the mandate is critical to limiting the spread of COVID and keeping school campuses open. You can download the ABC 10 News mobile app to monitor the latest developments in the pandemic. We have a free version in the App Store. A SWAT team is trying to get a man to come out of a home after he reportedly threatened family members with a machete. No one was hurt, but this standoff has lasted hours. ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo is live on scene. Laura, what's happening right now?
Hi, Kimberly. Well, yeah, we do have a large police presence. You could see as I step out of the way, there are a number of patrol cars here. We are on Duval and Hilltop, and as you mentioned, police have been out here for hours since about 9 this morning. Family members were actually the ones that called police, concerned that a relative was having mental health issues and threatening them with a machete. Now, those family members were safely evacuated by officers once they arrived, but their loved one hasn't cooperated or come out of the house. Now, again, the SWAT team has been out here for several hours negotiating, but again, this individual has not come out yet. Police also do believe that he may have a gun. So again, they are out here trying to speak to him. Family members are also out here outside of the home. We saw them here near the Gompers Prep Academy. The school has not started for the school year yet, so there were no children nearby. And again, right now, officers trying to negotiate with this individual, making sure that he comes out safely. So for now, we are live. Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
All right, we'll continue to monitor that. Thanks for the latest, Laura. And federal officials are getting closer to identifying how they'll deal with sewage flows in the Tijuana River Valley. The region's Environmental Protection Agency cut the list of possible solutions to 3. All call for an expansion of the International Wastewater Treatment Plant and sewer improvements in Mexico. 2 alternatives include construction of another sewage plant. Assistant Director at the EPA, Dave Smith, says additional evaluation is needed before a final decision can be made.
So we're not quite there yet, but it is a significant milestone for us to identify what appear to be some of the most promising alternatives.
A preferred project will likely be identified next year.